Old Main. If you've ever been to a college, you probably know what that is. It's that one nice-looking old building that every campus has because something about history and tradition or something. Well, where I go to school here at Stout, we've got something like that too. It's called Bowman Hall, and it's got this huge clock tower that you can see from anywhere in town. It's actually pretty cool, and every day, at every 15 minutes, the bells in that tower go off. And anytime I hear it, I can't help but think, what if I did it? What if I rang the bell? I know it's kind of a stupid idea, but maybe that's why I want to do it. I want to do something that most people haven't done, something to prove I was here. So if I'm going to ring the bell, I should probably start by finding someone who knows a little bit more about it than I do.
I'm Jerry Poling, the author of An Idea Comes of Age, the book about the history of the university. The clock tower that we see is actually the second clock tower. The Stout Manual Training School opened in 1891 and it's sort of a one-room schoolhouse with 2 levels to it. But in 1893, James Huff Stout, once he realized his vision that the school was going to work, he said, okay, we need a bigger building. And he built a wooden structure virtually on the same site where Bowman Hall is today. That was really the first cool building that represented the university that he had built. And then that burned down 4 years later in February of 1897. So that necessitated building another building, which is the current Bowman Hall with the brick clock tower that we see today.
So clearly this tower has a little more history than I thought it did. And I doubt they're going to let just anyone up there. So I'm going to need to find someone who knows how to get in. So I've been emailing back and forth with someone named Michael Bowman. I don't know if there's any relation there between the Bowman Hall, but he says that he has access and he could give me a tour of the clock tower itself, which is perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So that's what I'm going to go do today. We are meeting Michael in the lobby at 8. Are you Michael?
I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. This is my chair here. Sure. So my name's Mike Bowman. I'm a facilities construction project manager at UW-Stout. I handle a lot of the larger construction projects on campus, renovations, additions, anything that we sort of hire outside entities to do.
You're Michael Bowman. This is Bowman Hall. Is there any relation there?
Unfortunately, no. I've tried to use that to my advantage. There's no relation there at all. My family comes from Maryland and Michigan. I'm a transplant to Wisconsin, but people ask the question all the time. Around 1997, they replaced all the bells up there because it was broken. The bells weigh somewhere around 7,000 pounds, give or take. There's multiple bells up there, and I think they were all replaced in 1997.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. We can take a peek when we go up.
Great. I think that covers everything.
Okay. You're one of the few people that get to go up here, by the way. So you know. It's
We're
like
honored.
Fort Knox.
It's like 4 now. Holy cow.
Wow.
This is the first level?
This is the first level. Yeah. There's your 9 o'clock bells. So we'll go up clock level.
Wow.
Holy crap.
The original clock faces from 1898 were about 1.25 inches thick Austrian glass. And then they had to manually hoist that up here to install it because, obviously they didn't have cranes and stuff back then. Pretty incredible.
I find it so crazy that the entire clock is just spun by these little holes.
Yeah. When a minute goes by, it turns, and that's it. There's not too much complicated about it.
I thought it was going to be like thousands of different little gears going all at once.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
it's so simple.
It is pretty simple, for sure.
Do we have time to check out the bell level?
We do, yep. We've got about 8 minutes. There's some snow in here today.
Oh,
Holy.
here's the bell. Oh my God. Well, you did it. You got to the top.
If someone wanted to ring the bell, how might they go about
Only electronic.
doing that?
Only electronic. So you'd have to be downstairs on first floor
Okay.
where that controller mechanism is, and there's buttons on there that you would have to meet in order to ring this. Basically, it sends an electrical pulse through this, and then that electrical pulse will tell this thing to move, and you can see right here where it dings.
Yeah. Oh, so they only moved that far.
Yeah.
Would it be possible if I left a camera up here when the bells go off?
I'm recording.
Go back down.
Might have got it on this one.
Do you think it'd be possible to also take a look at the controls for these?
That I'm not gonna. Yeah, I won't be able to get you into those.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the dean of students office, and
Oh, wow.
without some prior arrangements, I'm not comfortable going in there.
Sure. So this is a problem. We got into the tower, and that was super cool, and we got to see the bells and stuff, and that was awesome. But kind of from what I was getting, so the bell is controlled electronically, so the only way to actually ring it is by like pressing a button or something like that. And it sounds like Michael doesn't even actually have access to any of that stuff. So it seems like the only way to get access to that is through like the chancellor or dean or something. So I feel like there's just not going to be enough time in the semester to get access to this stuff. There's only like 2 weeks left. And even if I could get a hold of them, I don't know if they'd let me do something like that at all anyways. So I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. I was stuck. I was limited for options and even more limited for time. It was starting to look like ringing the bell just wasn't going to be possible in the time that I had. But ringing the bell is something I've wanted to do ever since I came to this school, so I just had to give it one more try. So I looked into it a little more, and I was not able to get into the bell control area, at least not before the end of the semester. But I haven't given up on ringing the bell just yet. So I reached out to Michael Bowman again, and we have a meeting tomorrow to get some more B-roll inside the tower. So he's taking me into the tower again.
Step through here. We got a few things stored in here right now.
Okay. Is this locked or anything?
Nope.
So I was thinking, if I could get in the tower again, why don't I just ring the bell like old-fashioned style, like just hit it? And so I made this bell-ringing stick. It's just a metal pole with the rubber hand grip from my bike on it, so that it won't like damage the bell if I hit it. So I'm thinking when we're up there, I'll just ring the bell with this. So now it's just a matter of whether or not he'll actually let me use this to hit the bell. I don't know. Okay, and there's one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I have made a little bell ringing device.
Okay.
I was wondering if it'd be okay if I rang one of these bells. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Okay, here goes.
Let's see how loud it is.
Yeah, I don't know how long this will be. That worked better than I thought.
That worked pretty good, actually.
So I did it. I rang the bell. I didn't learn any deep moral lessons, and it didn't change the course of my life forever, but I met some really cool people, and I saw some really cool things. And I did something that most people that go here never do. And from now on, I can always say that I rang the bell, which I think is kind of cool. And so if you've got something that you want to do that's maybe a little bit stupid, I say go do it. Just might be worth it.